Hello, good morning to all the audience, and please help me welcome today from Hukum Law Corporation, Gagandeep Kaur Randhava, lawyer, notary solicitor. So please welcome Gagan. Gagan, welcome to our show. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you very much, Wise, for having me. And good morning, everyone. My name is Gagandeep Kaur Randhava, and I am the founder and principal lawyer at Hukum Law Professional Corporation.
Wow, that's such an achievement. Just to tell the audience that Gagan recently opened up her own law firm, and I had the opportunity to go there as well. They were. Tell us a little bit about that, Gagan.
About opening my law firm?
Yeah, well, I guess let me first begin with the journey to Canada, actually. We'll come to the law firm in a bit.
Okay.
So tell us about your journey to Canada first.
Okay. So my journey to Canada is connected with my husband because my husband first moved to Canada in 2007, came as a study on a study visa as a student, and he studied here in Barrie in Georgian College, and then he started working as a web developer in an IT company local in Barrie. And then after getting called to bar in India, I got married, and my husband came back to Canada, and I stayed there for waited for 2 years. Why 2 years? Because my immigration got delayed because of the clerical mistake done by immigration department.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was challenging time for me to wait there for 2 years. And then finally I immigrated to Canada in 2013. And then since then I have been living in Barrie. Now it's almost for around 8 years.
Right. So why law? Why did you pick law?
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Right.
Yeah.
We need a good representation of the community, right? We need somebody to serve the community as a lawyer, right? We don't need to depend on anybody else. We want to be self-sufficient. So tell us about the challenges you faced when you have to become a lawyer in Canada, right? Because there are so many lawyers in India, right? And they would love to know that how was your journey to become a lawyer in Canada? Because I guess it's not that easy.
Yeah. I experienced like lowest of lows and highest of highs during my journey to become a lawyer again in Canada. As I was a practicing lawyer in India, when I came here and I got to know that I had to pass through some equivalency exams by Federation of Law Society of Canada, which are there for foreign trained lawyers. And I had to pass some equivalency exams, and there is a process. Then you have to pass bar exams, which are two, barrister and solicitor, and they are like 7 hours each.
Wow, 7 hours exam.
Yeah.
Wow,
it's extensive. They give you extensive study material to study. It's like it demands 24 hours. You just study, eat, sleep, study. Yeah.
That must be crazy with having a family and managing the family. How did you do that all?
It was bumpy road. I passed my exams, equivalency exams, in 1.5 years, but the twist came, and I got to know about my pregnancy while I was enrolled in lawyer licensing process.
Right.
Because those exams were left bar exams
Right.
to become a licensing licensed lawyer in Canada.
Got it.
So I got to know about my pregnancy, and I was registered with exam. It was difficult because I got sick. Everyone is different, and it was my first time, and I was throwing everything, even water.
Wow.
I couldn't eat properly, restless, and I was registered for exam as well. And my exam was approaching, and I was so confused whether to go for or not. But I just kept going. I stayed late up for studying. stayed restless, exhausted. But I gave the exam, but then again, something terrible happened in the morning of the exam when I was leaving for my bachelor exam, and it was related to my pregnancy. I got sick, and I was so confused on the go to examination hall. But I still attended and gave exam, but obviously I didn't succeed in that exam. And it is like I never failed an exam in my life. I was like very good, bright student in my life. So it really just shattered me, and I couldn't, sit for a long time during pregnancy. Then we dropped the idea and thought that I will give exam after giving birth. But it's getting harder. I gave birth, a lot of changes in my body, mentally, physically, and I was the only one. My husband had to go to job full time, and I was the only who can take care of a little baby. So
it's tough, without much help in Canada. It's very, very tough.
Yeah. So and my daughter just got an eczema, a skin disease, and we couldn't take a help of daycare or to give some to someone. So I decided that to make my daughter priority that time. My studies got delayed, and then on the go, I don't know what was that. We couldn't figure out that what I was going through. Maybe it was postpartum depression. Then I was diagnosed with depression, clinical depression and anxiety.
Wow.
Then they put me on medication for 2 years, and I was like, I missed myself during the journey. I was not me. I am very cheerful, loud person, but I was opposite of that.
Wow.
I didn't want to talk to anyone. I just wanted to be alone all the time, and I was not me. And then the medication helped me, some therapy, and then I again got up and studied again, and then pushed myself. Like I can tell you, I don't know. The mental illness is very complicated. Nobody can understand if you have anybody you're known or personal who has gone through that mental illness, because it's very difficult.
It is challenging.
It's difficult to explain. It's just emotions.
Yeah.
And many people just not understand that they take it as like you're doing something, excuses, you're making excuses or something.
No, I think it's important that we as a community understand that mental issues are health is very critical to anybody, right? And especially when you were going through these changes in your body, and then at the same time you had the stress of the exams, right? And managing the family, managing the child, right? So with all these difficulties, right, you managed to finally clear the exams. And what year was that?
Year?
Yeah, which year you cleared?
Just 2021.
2021. Okay.
Yeah.
So you cleared your exams, and then tell me about the process. How difficult was it to establish your law firm? Because it's quite a feat in itself, right? So tell me about that journey, about establishing your own law firm.
Okay. So it's always difficult before it becomes easy. Anything. You have to just determine to push yourself and keep going to achieve anything, to make it happen. Owning a law firm is just like operating a business as well as practicing law at the same time. It's challenging and exciting as well. You have to go through so many authorizations even after becoming licensed. There are so many things like securing a great office space in a
Yeah.
great location, furniture, equipments, so many authorizations, so many things to set up a system in place.
Mhm.
Um, so it takes time, and due to COVID, it took more than normal
Got
for
it.
me.
Got
In
it.
my case,
Yeah.
signage, it's expensive as well.
Right.
Yeah, it's like number of things, but if you're determined, you can do it. If you're happy
Awesome.
with that, if you follow your passion, then yeah, so
No,
happy
that
to do
is
it.
that is such a a successful story that I was so impressed when I actually first saw you in the Berry Indians group, and then saw your story, and then we connected, and then finally I got the opportunity to meet you and your husband at the law firm, and I was very impressed. Okay, to
Thank you very much.
have a Indian lawyer in Berry, it's
Yes,
a very proud moment for
I'm the
everybody.
first Indian woman lawyer in Bari. Yeah.
Right. So it is a very proud moment for us. So thank you for establishing the law firm, and making, actually, you are the pioneer lawyer, Indian lawyer in Berry, right?
Yes.
To have your own law firm, to be a woman and to be a lawyer is very tough, and to establish your own law firm is kudos to you,
Thank
and
you.
your husband and your family for taking all the sacrifices and establishing the law firm. So in today's interview, we would love to know a little bit more about the services that you're offering, and so tell us about what are your specialization in, like what is your corporation going to be serving the clients in what fields?
I practice in real estate law and immigration law, and I also provide notarization services. I do all kind of residential, commercial transactions, and I do refinances as well.
Okay, excellent. That's what the audience wants to know, is that where can they go to when they are refinancing their home, buying a home, selling a home, right? Or whether they're purchasing any commercial property, or they have a letter to notarize, or whether they are planning
Yes.
to get their spouses or their parents from India immigration law. So
Yes.
that's exciting. And um, as today's topic, because I'm a little bit more focused on real estate, I would like to ask, what are the important things that as a lawyer you ensure to have a successful real estate transactions?
Real estate lawyer is very important in every real estate transaction, because real estate lawyer performs number of tasks which safeguards their client's interest, and they always do their best to protect the client's best interest. You can lean on them to ensure the authenticity of the legal documents involved in the transaction, and they protects you from falling into unseen legal traps.
Mm-hmm.
And they make sure that the title to the property is clear and free from any encumbrances. They do title searches on their client's behalf, and by accessing to the government records,
Mm-hmm.
they do all the search if there are any liens, any registration of like security interest, unpaid mortgages,
Right.
any writs, any claims filed against the
Mm-hmm.
property. They
Right.
figure it out and resolved on time before closing.
That's excellent.
And
That's,
yeah,
yeah.
so they make sure other party lawyers. There is an extensive amount of paperwork, exchange of documents between both of the lawyers,
Mm-hmm.
seller side and the buyer side.
Yeah.
We deal with mortgage broker, all the parties to the transaction. We resolve things and we find out if there are any defects which has to be resolved before closing, to make ensure that the real estate transaction closes smoothly.
Excellent, excellent. So there you go, audience. Right, you don't need to worry about any liens on the property, title of the property, right? So any cases against the property, right? So all that is going to be checked by the lawyer, and Hukum Law Firm provides those services when you are closing your property. Okay, so that's excellent. And the next question I have is, what are some things that the clients need to know about buying a home? Any
They have to make sure that they have enough funds to close the transaction fully. First of all, they have to make sure that, and if they are selling and buying, and if they're selling, they have to check from their mortgage company that is there any prepayment penalty if they're selling before the mortgage renewal period, uh, because sometimes they get to know during the after signing the agreement, and they say, oh, I have to pay this much, I can't afford this,
right?
the whole closing cost. So the first step is just make sure you have enough funds. Another thing is tell your purpose clearly to your realtor. Why you're buying, what is the purpose?
Yeah.
Are you going to reside on that property, or do you have any plans to make a basement apartment? Is the basement the property you are buying, and it has a basement, is it whether it is legal basement or not? Whether it is constructed properly or not? Because in many cases people got to know about after buying the property, oh, the basement I wanted to give, I want to give to tenants, or wants to make a kitchen in there, wants to make some additions, but the basement was the basement is not constructed properly, and it made in violation of laws. So they are unable to make it. So then they're in trouble.
Right. So that's something that's very important, to communicate whether it is your intention to, when you're buying a property, whether you're going to be residing in it or whether you're going to be using it as an investment property, and what you need to know the existing use of the property, right? You cannot set up a store because it's not commercial. You cannot rent it to somebody if it's not a legal basement, because if somebody has already complained, like if your neighbors have complained and it's not a legal basement, then the city can actually stop you from renting it, right? So it's very important you consult with your lawyer, you consult with your realtor, and talk to them about what the intention of purchasing this property is, and being clear and in the know, right? So that's why we are professionals, and we will help you out with unforeseen situations like this, right? So that you don't have to go through a tough time, right? So next question I have is, do you also do commercial closings like gas stations and convenience stores? A lot of people are looking for businesses. So gas stations and convenience stores are very popular. And tell us a little bit about that. Do you provide these services?
Commercial transactions are complicated than residential ones. The lawyers have to work more on commercial closings, because like for example, for gas station, you have to verify all the assets involved. Assets are to be sold. You have to identify and verify all the uh, uh, books, records, contracts with suppliers, oil companies, uh, customers' information, documentation, lease agreement, if any, um, and working orders. You have to make sure that there are no any liens and unpaid debt involved.
Got it. Got it. Excellent. So the next question I have is, you also do your immigration practice. So tell us a little bit about the immigration practice and what are the services that you provide for immigration.
Yes, we do. We provide full range of immigration services, like uh, whether you are permanent resident here or citizen, you want to bring your family to live with you in Canada, or you are looking for permanent resident status. We can help. We do all kind of everything: study permits, work permits, express entry, provincial nominee programs. We will uh, uh, analyze what are the best options for you to get the permanent status in Canada. All kind of family sponsorships,
Got it.
everything. Yeah.
So people watching here in the audience, please reach out to Gagandeep. What are the best ways they can reach out to you, Gagan?
Yes, you can contact us at our office number, which is 705-915-0884. You can email us at info@hokamlaw.ca. We provide free consultation initially. So we are here to help.
That is a very good offer that you're making. So audience, if you are interested, you get a free consultation. First consultation is free, so that Gagan can actually assess your situation and advise you of the route to take, right? Whether it is immigration, whether it is home residential closings or commercial closings. Reach out to Gagan, right? She's there. She's very knowledgeable about the real estate law, the immigration law. She herself has gone through
Yeah.
immigration, so she knows the challenges and things to do, not to do in your file, right? How to present you in the file, right? So it's very important that you take a professional's help, to do something like this, right? So please be mindful. Like although you can do things on your own, you're not going to get the results that you desire. So it's always helpful to take a professional advice, pay for the professional advice, and get things right the first time. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think people, when they do it themselves, they don't go through.
Yeah. So
Everything
one
gets
mistake, one error, one mistake, one wrong entry in your application cost you time, expense, and mental disturbance.
Yeah. So reach out to Gagan again, and Gagan, thank you for having this discussion, this interview with us, and sharing with our audience the services that you provide. And good luck with the law firm. Good luck with the practice. Hopefully, looking forward to doing business with you soon.
Thank you very much, Wise, for having me, and it's honored to be here.
Thanks, Gagan.
Thank you very much. Have a great day, everyone. Nice for having me. Thank you very much.
Thank you again. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too.